Hear me out, guys, okay? All right, boys, we gotta talk. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna try to make this quick, but I feel like I need to be transparent with you guys for once, because on this channel, I feel like I don't really do that much. But essentially, I don't know what the f I'm doing. I figured out what my biggest issue is, and honestly, I'm too scared. I'm too scared to take action on the major goals that I have, especially for the YouTube channel. Big examples of this is the 240SX side hustle project, this bad boy over here. Now, if this is your first video, first time watching my channel or any of my videos, hi, welcome, my name's Dalton. The whole reason I actually started this YouTube channel was because I was going to rebuild my 240SX by only doing side hustles. Prior to starting the channel, I had no experience with content creation, rebuilding a car, side hustles. I didn't really have any experience with that. I started getting into it. Long story short, I got to the point where I was too intimidated, too scared to keep going, because there's a lot more that went into every bit of it than I had initially expected, and I'll admit I was overambitious. The next example, I have Miata turbo project. I went through, bought all the parts for the turbo. I needed a daily. Well, bought an E36, it had some issues, did a bunch of maintenance, it blew up, and I sold it. And after it blew up, I was too scared to do anything with the turbo kit because I didn't have a backup car. Once again, I was too scared. On the bright side of selling the E36, I picked up another RB20, so I didn't have to rebuild the other one. The facade of me being scared and pretending like I know what I'm doing, it's over. And here's how I'm gonna do it. Holy shit. Ow. I'm gonna be drifting the Miata as a beginner for beginners. Specifically what I mean is I'm going to be doing a budget drift build on the Miata, and I'm gonna take you guys along and show you every aspect of it, from the money I spend, the parts I get, the issues I have, the whole 9 yards. I wanna prove to myself, and not only myself, but to you guys, I can set out a big goal and actually accomplish it. Now, as a reference point, I have little to no experience with actually drifting other than doing donuts here and there and getting it sideways coming out of stop signs and shit like that. I want this series to be by a beginner for beginners. On YouTube, you don't really see a lot of people going through the motions of trying to set up drifting or getting into it and breaking down the actual financial aspects of it. So I want to be able to do that for you guys, and I'd like to create a community around it. With that being said, if you're an experienced driver or know more about the Miata, drifting, or anything, feel free to leave comments down below. It'll help me out, and it'll help people out watching the series and watching just in general. On March 27th, there is a drift event happening at a local dragway. It's called Piedmont Dragway. If you're local, you probably heard of it. And as far as I know, it's an open drift event, and I'm going to be taking the Miata, which is why I had the day counter at the beginning of the video. I have a certain time to get the car ready. It's about 2 months, not really a lot of time considering I have to order a bunch of parts, wait on parts. And in today's video, the main content of today's video, I'm gonna go through and fix all the neglected parts, all the things, basically get it tip-top shape and get it prepped where I don't have to worry about it or have any annoying maintenance things come up and bite me later on. I got oil, I got spark plugs, I got a new intake hose, I got permanent hardtop latches, I got some glue to fix some like trim issues. I'm also gonna be repainting the rear end and getting the bash bar powder coated. I got a lot planned, and as Taylor Ray says, that's enough jibber jabber. We got a lot of work to do, so I'm gonna get into it. My battery died, but I promise I did not spill a single drop. I got all the plugs out. They're probably okay, but you know, better safe than sorry. This right here is why I'm replacing the intake. Previous owner put some dryer hose or something I don't even know what this is, but they use this as an intake piece. And I mean, it worked, it worked. It worked. I'm gonna keep it just in case. This is the OEM replacement piece I picked up. I picked it up for 40 bucks and I got it from a local guy that parts out Miatas. I couldn't imagine what a brand new one of these costs, but I'll see if I can find the link and I'll leave it down below. I installed that the worst way possible. I lost way too much coolant. I believe the last clip was installing the intake hose. I think it looks a lot better than the weird dryer hose type thing I had going on before. But today we still got a lot of work to do. I have to remove the bash bar, and then I got to pick up some hardware for the hardtop latches, and I got to get some new bolts for the downpipe on the exhaust because I have a major exhaust leak because I only got one bolt holding part of the exhaust on. So oh my god. So you guys that actually been watching the channel for a while, this might be the first time you've actually seen the Miata and the 240 in the same garage, and honestly it's the first time they've ever been in the same garage. So a lot of you don't actually know this, but this isn't my own personal garage per se. This is my stepmom's. So she's just nice enough to let me use it. Usually it's used for storage, hence is why there's so much clutter in here. For now, this is gonna be the Miata's new home for a little bit, and it's been the 240's permanent home. It's rusted pretty bad. I'm not showing that yet. Probably seen it already. So when I had bought it, I didn't really pay attention to what material it was made of. I was under the impression that it was stainless, but I was extremely wrong. So that's why I'm taking to get it powder coated. They're gonna sandblast it, prep it and everything. Tell you what, it's hard to find some double-sided tape that works worth a damn, because that's the second or third time I've had to take it off and fix it. But more double-sided tape. We're at the Place Boys, Carolina powder coating. Gonna drop her off. Hear me out, guys, okay? Hear me out. After driving around and doing some errands for most of the day, we finally got back, and the original plan was to replace the interior hardtop latches, these right here. But I started working on it, and the screws that hold them down they're in there. I don't know if they're like Loctite on there or they just been in there for 30 years. So I'm just gonna leave those for right now and hopefully just replace these rear latches. I just want to reinstate the fact that I'm going to be drifting this car on March 27th. And as you can tell, I'm not ready, but I have to do this. I feel like this is a necessary step that I need to really push myself to the next level for not only content creation, but like working on cars and understanding things. As you can tell by today's video, it was kind of all over the place. I wasn't planned out, organized like I needed to be, and that's okay. I mean, it's a learning curve, and that's what I want to show you guys as a beginner. I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm learning as I go, and I want to take you guys along for the journey. I'm going to be leaving a Google Doc in the description down below for you guys to check out. I'm going to be leaving all the parts that I plan on getting for the build. If you have more knowledge about Miatas and just drifting in general and have any suggestions, feel free to DM me on Instagram at dalton.messick, or you can just leave a comment down below. That would probably be my preferred method, just because other people watching the video might be able to get some value out of it. With that being said, that's all I got for you guys today. I hate to leave it at a cliffhanger, but as always, stay focused and stay fixated. Peace.